Hello, everyone, dear subscribers, dear listeners, dear viewers. This is another very important topic that is coming to you. The topic is tagged "Ant Strategies for Personal Growth." Ant strategies for personal growth. If you look at this picture showing on your screen, if I ask you, what can you see on the screen? These are ants. They are looking for survivor. What do you know about ants? Have you ever thought about taking lessons from ants? Do you know that you can learn beautiful and important lessons for your personal growth from ants? You do know that ants are fantastic that you can learn from. Do you know that ants can also mentor you for personal growth and development? Did you know that ants are great achievers? As you are trying to plow and plug the fruits of all your struggles, let me use ants to coach you and see how you can learn from ants for personal growth. To start with, there are some facts that you need to know about ants. There are more than 12,000 species of ants all over the world. Some queen ants can live for many years to have million babies. Ants don't have ears. Ants hear by feeling vibrations on the ground through their feet. When ant fights, it is virtually to death. Ant doesn't have lungs. Oxygen enters through tiny holes of all ants, and also ant gets its own carbon dioxide through the same holes. When the queen of the colony dies, the colony can only survive a few months because queen ants are rarely replaced and the workers are not able to reproduce another queen ant. They are social insects, which means they live in large colonies or groups depending on the species. Ant colonies can consist millions of ants. Another very important fact about ants: in a colony of ants there are queen, the female workers, males, and the soldier ants. The queen and the male have wings, while the workers doesn't have wings. The queen is the only ant that can lay eggs. The male ant's job is to mate with future queen ants, and they do not live very long afterward. Once the queen grows to adulthood, she spends the rest of her life laying eggs. Depending on the species, a colony may have one queen or many queens. The soldier ants protect the queen, defend the colony, gather or kill other things for food, and attack colony enemies. If they defeat another armed colony, they take away eggs of the defeated ant colony. When the eggs hatch, the new ants become the slave ants for the colony. Other jobs of the soldier ant in the colony include taking care of the eggs and babies, gathering food for the babies, and building ant hills for other ants to live. That is just a summary about what you need to know about ants. Some basic facts about ants. As I've said earlier, do you believe you can learn at all from ants? Yes? No? You are doubting? Let's take the lessons one after the other. The lesson 1 from ants is that ants are good citizens to the colony. It means everyone has his or her own specific job. Every ant has his or his own specific job doing in the colony. They are never idle for nothing. You see them walking from one place to the other. Every ant does its job so that a task gets done more quickly because it helps the whole colony. That is the spirit of what? Division of labor. When you look at this and take it round in our own special agenda, if an organization, community, family, circle, another group of people can act like an ant, it means that our organization will perform better. And in ants, there is spirit of self-coordination, and which metamorphose to personal growth, because anybody who is not idle in any organization, that person learns more. It means that ants are good citizens to the colony. Are you a good citizen to your family? Are you a good citizen to your organization? You could be an employee. Are you a good citizen to any organization that you find yourself? If you are in any country, state, community, social gathering, you are like a citizen to that environment. Are you trying your best to make sure that that organization grow? If ants can do that, why not you? Number 2, in ants you can learn the spirit of sharing. When one ant finds food, it will be made known to the rest of the colony so that everyone can share and benefit from the food. It means ants are never selfish to each other. As you are listening to this, are you a selfish human being? If you are, take lessons from ants. Ants are never selfish to the colony. If they find food, they make it known to all other ants in the colony so that all of them can benefit from that tiny food that they have gotten for any means. Number 3, ants follow directions. They march in array line after each other. That is what they call protective skill. When you study ants critically, you see that they walk by closing the gap. You rarely see gap between one ant and the other. They are protecting each other. Are you protective to your fellow human being? They move strategically in order not to cut the line. That is focus skill. If you look at them, if the soldier ant at the front is bending towards left direction, you see the other ant too bending towards that. If the soldier ant moves to the right direction, you see the other ant coming behind, following suit. That is to say, they follow the right direction. They are being focused on whatever they are doing. And also they do what the queen ant tells them to do. That means they obey commands. You are a subject to a leader. You are an employee to an employer, to a boss. Are you following the right command given to you? Are you following the right schedule that has been laid down for you? If you are not doing that, take lesson from ants. Then the next one is lesson 4. Ants work hard to achieve their aim. Ants always have work to do for the colony. They are not lazy. They are hardworking. That means they work all day long in order to survive, in order to make sure that the colony is not destroyed. Ants work until the job gets done, and they do it in advance, meaning they don't wait to hungry or on a rainy days. That means ants does not believe, or ants generally do not believe in procrastination. There is no procrastination in ants colony. If ants as a whole or as a unit does not procrastinate, what about you? Why are you procrastinating what you are meant to do at the right time? If ants are hardworking, why can't you follow such lesson from ants so that you can also achieve what you need to achieve in due time? Because when you attract or apply force to what you are doing, using your own potential, your charisma, along with your ability, then you have the edge of moving ahead of others, because you can learn this from ants by making sure that you strive, you never relent your efforts All you need to work for almost every time is to make sure that you get it done at the right time by shunning procrastination. Another lesson you can learn from ants is ants do their best work. That means they stay focused. They don't take shortcuts to success. If they are moving from one destination to another, you see them going in array without following the shortcuts. They follow the due process. Any shortcut to success will come back to square one. If you read stories about people who have taken shortcuts or maneuvered their ways to success, one day the nature will call it back, or we call that success back to the right place, and that person may need to start from scratch. God forbid that. And focus on the task and get it done right the first time. They don't have second chance in whatever they are doing. They make sure that that thing is being done at the right time. And seek for help when they can't lift food on their own. There are some things you can't do on your own. Seek for help. Seek for assistance. Seek for knowledge. Seek for people's wealth of experience. Seek for guidance. Seek for coachings. When you seek for that, then you achieve in due time. But if you think you can do it alone, it depends on the kind of agenda you have set for yourself. If the agenda requires taking another person along with you, kindly do that. And if you are doing that, you are taking lesson from the ants. Another very important lesson you can take from the ants: ants never give up. They don't give up. You see them striving. You see them putting efforts. Ants keep trying until they overcome any obstacle. Even when something is hard or get in the way of them doing their best, they strive in order to get the job done. So along this way, you need to think about who can help you to be responsible and who can offer you assistance so that you can push all your efforts on a right platform. Stay tuned for the next